We live on the Ticker Talker. Live on the Ticker Talker. Hey everybody. Talker. Live on the Ticker Talker. Hey everybody. Hello, hello. Oh, my back is itching. Hey everybody. Hello, hello. Oh, my back is itching. And one of them brushes, so many things you stick back there and scrubbing your back. I think my internet is already glitching out. I'm gonna try to do it. Back there and scrubbing your back. I think my internet is already glitching out. I'm gonna try to do it for a minute. Clacking, clacking, clacking. And yes, I am aware. And yes, I am aware that my internet is glitching. I'm sorry for that. Anytime I come inside the house, the internet just acts crazy, and that my internet is glitching. I'm sorry for that. Anytime I come inside the house, the internet just acts crazy, and it is exactly sorry for that. Anytime I come inside the house, the internet just acts crazy, and it is exactly is what I meant to say. Too damn cold to be outside trying to do a live right now. It just acts crazy, and it is exactly is what I meant to say. Too damn cold to be outside trying to do a live right now, especially when I'm already Krabby Patties because the day has been long and tired. Especially when I'm already Krabby Patties because the day has been long and tiresome. So we're gonna sit here, and I was hoping that some of you all that were sending messages that had questions would actually show up to the live and answer the question or ask the question again, so I don't have to sit there and type all that stuff in. I try to do a live to cover everything, but one of the biggest questions that I'm getting right now is why? Why am I moving into a van? Guys, easy, because I want to. There's nothing going on. No, I'm not a battered woman. No, ain't nobody looking for me. I ain't running from nobody either. I'm at a place in life where I want to do something different, and I was trying to mix in some of the things that I thought I wanted to do when I was younger with some of the knowledge that I have now that I'm older. And I felt like I've been doing a whole bunch of just messing around a lot, you know, being half naked on here, doing the workouts, cussing people out, randomness, just doing all the most. When I know I have God's good sense, I just don't act like it 99.9% of the time. So I felt like in the midst of all of the fuckery that I have going on and acting out and being crazy, that there's got to be some good that can be made of it by sharing my story and experiences with others, because there may be people out there that don't know have the knowledge that I do have concerning budgeting and time management and starting businesses and things. And I really am, in my mind, doing this whole van life for a year is nothing more than starting a business to me and such. I'm treating it in a way where I am buying the property, I'm setting up the property, I'm insuring the property, I'm getting, what I want from it, how I want it to grow, where I want to see it going, and all of these different things. But one of the things that kept coming to my mind was being here in Jacksonville. They have a huge homeless problem. And I was like, oh my gosh, why is everyone homeless? There are several people that I have met who are homeless who have actual full-time jobs. They hold a full-time job, yet they live on the street, or they bounce around to homes of different friends and family members and things like that. So when I was sitting there trying to figure out how I can have the lifestyle that I want and not work, because my whole thing is, y'all, I've been working my whole life, just like everybody else. But unlike you guys, I'm tired of working, and I refuse to do it. I'm not going to be working the rest of my life and not seeing anything from it. Besides the bills that I pay. So I decided that I wanted to have a rent-free year, and I racked my brain to figure out how I could do it, and I came up with van life. If I paid cash for the van and I moved into it as my home, I no longer have rent and utilities. Therefore, the money that was spent on rent and utilities is being saved. It can be put in the bank, and I can do whatever I want to with it later. So that's kind of what you guys are walking in on. I'm not sure where it's going to end. I'm not sure what I want to do with the money. I'm not even sure what I want to be when I grow up. But I am sure that I'm going to live in this van for the year of 2023. I'm sure that my goal is to budget out enough that I can save $20,000. And I'm going to do what I want to with it at the end. It just depends if I like the van life. If I like it, I might keep doing it. And if I don't, I'm going to have to find something else to do, much like I found this. I don't know. So the question about why am I living in the van? Just cause. Just cause I've been watching people on YouTube and the shit looked cool and I said I wanted to do it, so I did. Just cause. I decided that one of the other reasons that I thought about doing it was because I keep doing all these workouts and things, and that's all I was doing as far as content, and it basically kept me in front of the camera doing workouts with nothing else left to do. And people kept saying, well, what else do you do besides working out? And I would have to say nothing. The whole point is to do nothing. So I don't do nothing. I work out, and I go back home to either my extended stay or my room. At least living in the van, it'll be more interesting when you guys come to watch me. I'm just saying. I ain't no telling who might come knock on the door. Especially since we out in the fucking field. we gonna do what it do. But I don't know, it was just something I decided to do. And I really in all of my fuckery, think that I can save the $20,000 just working for Lyft and living from this van. And I aim to show you better than I can tell you. And we're not just gonna talk about the good times. We're gonna talk about the bad times. I might jump on this bitch at 3 a.m. and be up here bitching about how cold it is. Oh my God, I miss my house today. I think I need to go back to that room. But I want a real-time experience with this van life. Not like I've been seeing where they got it all together and they, no goodness well, they ain't got it together like that. But they got it all together and they done spent tens of thousands of dollars for they set up, knowing that the real average person can't do that. So I'm showing you how I feel the real average person can do what they're doing without breaking the bank. I'm doing pretty good so far. I only spent like $52 on the entire van. So all the setups that you guys see that I've done so far, just moving the furniture around within the van, I haven't bought any of that. That's just furniture I had in my little room from the extended stay. I haven't bought anything. The bench, the church bench that I'm using at the back, I picked that up off the side of the road about 2-3 weeks ago, maybe a month. Yeah, but I didn't want to get rid of it because I liked it, so I put it in my van because it's mine. The chair that I'm hauling around that I love so much, the checkered chair, same difference. I picked it up from the trash too. It was sitting outside the road. Somebody was moving, they didn't want it, and I did, so I picked it up. I got no problem with that. There was a time when I was younger that we used to go dumpster diving. I must have been about 6, 7, 8 years old. Right up in those years. Oh yeah, my mom had a big problem with that. We dumpster dive. I got a whole strawberry shortcake bedroom set one day because she went dumpster diving over there in the rich folks neighborhood. Sure did. And I'm gonna tell you how proud I was. It could have been new out of the box and I wouldn't have been no more proud than I was to have that strawberry shortcake bedroom set. I'm just being real with you. Everybody's not stuck on it's gotta come in the plastic. I'm not. The only thing I won't come in the plastic is underwear and shoes. I ain't wearing nobody else's underwear. And I'm hesitant to wear the shoes. They got me in immaculate condition, look like they damn near ain't been worn before I even try them on. But that's just me. I'm not a picky person and I'm not a bougie person either. I might act a little off sometimes, but I'm neither of those. It was something else you guys kept asking. I don't have a budget. That's the other question that everyone keeps asking. There is no budget. I'm starting out with zero. I moved here with nothing, and I'm starting this process with nothing. That's why I said in the beginning, I was going to move out of my place, put my things in storage, and sleep in my car until May so I could go and buy a van. But God saw fit that I didn't have to do all that because I was with a friend one day looking at vans, found one cheap enough, and he had enough, trust in me or value what I was doing enough that he decided he would put the money up and let me pay him back. So the money that I was going to pay for my car note and my rent for January, I now have to give to him for the purchase of the van. That way I am essentially doing what I said I was going to do and starting out 2023 with no rent and no utilities. Y'all see what I'm saying? So every time the rent was supposed to be due, I'll take that money and I'll fix a little bit more on the van until I get it to where I want it to be before I start to putting it on the road. The why is just because I kept seeing it on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, and I want to travel, but I necessarily can't afford to be taking all of these flights and things. And while I really wasn't thinking of travel within the States, I decided that it might be a good idea because I still want to travel the States as well. And if I'm living in the van, it also gives me a better opportunity to travel internationally now that I have my passport, because I'm not paying rent and utilities. In a month's time, if you calculated your rent and utilities, I'm willing to believe that you're somewhere between $2,500 and $3,000 a month. That's a trip to Jamaica right there in 1 month, just because I didn't have no rent and utilities. So basically what I'm doing is I'm putting myself in a position where I can do what I want to do, live the way that I want to live, and I essentially still have a home to do it in, because in my mindset, a roof is a roof. I went and got this van. It's paid for. I can hold the title in my hand. Nobody can take it away from me. I can use it for work. I can use it for sleep, or I can park it on the side of the road and leave it there. It's mine to do whatever I want with it. So I choose to pull my car up next to it and walk on through those double doors and go to sleep like I'm at the Hilton, because it's mine and I'm going to fix it up the way that I want it. And then I can do what I want with the money that I'm saving. Just take a gun with you. That's one of my purchases. Yes, I do plan to get another gun. And that's only if I start traveling. I don't really like guns. I really believe that me personally, with my level of sanity, if somebody scared me and I was scared enough, I would shoot them, and I would be shooting them because I was scared, but it could have been nothing, and I don't want to accidentally hurt someone because I was fearful and I had a gun that I didn't have to have. And I know y'all probably don't understand that, but my brother was killed and it was a gun violence, and I'm just not with the gun thing. I'd rather just knuckle up, but we don't do that no more. And since I'm 5'4", 135, I will shoot your ass quick as shit. And that's one of the reasons I don't have a gun. My attitude is set up real fucked up. I don't need a gun. But if we're going to be on the road, we're going to hope that my attitudes can hold back, because I don't know about going places without one. But I don't like guns. Well, hey, you admire the way I think? I'm just trying to show you that I do think. I know y'all think I'm just a dumbass sitting up here doing all this randomness with the working outs and the showing the V-cuts and all of these different things just like this right here, but I got plenty of brain. I'm just like most people. I choose not to use it sometimes. It's more fun. It's more fun to just not really be worried about the responsible side of me. But, and that's being said, I took the whole year and did nothing, and I could kick myself when I realized that I had spent almost $12,000 staying at extended stays, and then add this room to it, and I'm pushing $13,000 that I feel like I've wasted in this year. And I don't plan to make that same mistake next year. My money will be going to purchase something, and since I'm not looking to buy a home and I'm not looking to rent an apartment, the best thing I could do beyond that was RV, fifth wheel, van, whatever, and I chose van. Don't make you talk shit. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? You ain't gotta talk shit to get a hello. Why you wanna do me like that? You can move out of the country, it would be cheaper. I haven't ever been out of the country. I might be scared. Yeah, I might be scared. The only place I've been that I had to use a passport was Niagara Falls, Canada. And that was a couple of months ago. I've never been anywhere. I want to travel too. I really do. I don't know where to go. And I think that another thing about the van life, if I like it, and this is if, guys, because I'm just checking into it to see if I like it. I don't even know if I'm going to like it yet. But I do know that I'm going to stay in this van for a year, because that's what I'm set out to do for 23. That's the goal, to stay in the van for the entire year and save $20,000. That is a purposeful plan that I put in play that I plan to do this entire year. And it's going to be like a daily journal. Every day I will be checking in to tell you about this damn van life. I'm going to try. Y'all know my every day turns into every month, but I'm going to try. I've been your friend since day one working out. Hey, that's awesome to know. That is awesome to know. We've come a long way, Peyton, just working out. Now we working out, we living in vans, we moved all the way to Florida. Don't y'all know this is my first time ever being away from everybody by myself, and I'm 48 years old. Yeah, I went from my mama's house to my house, got married, and then it was our house. I've never spent this much time by myself in life. And I don't know, I should have did this shit a long time ago because I like it. I do. I like it. I have a lot of fun. Gives me a lot of time to think, not just about the good times, but the bad times. I can think about ways that I did my business that I could have done better. I can think about places that I went that I shouldn't have went. I just think about all these different things. And honestly, most of them are playing a big part into this new journey that I'm taking, because just because I'm not in the same profession doesn't mean I can't use those skills elsewhere. And the creativity that I had to have in order to attain and keep up preschools is definitely playing a big part in how I'm setting up this van, and the creativeness I have in the small spaces that I have now. So it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I'm looking forward to it. You don't need to live like a homeless people more out of the country. I don't feel like I'm living like the homeless people. I don't right now, but I will have everything in my van that I would have had in anyone's house once I get it set up. That's one of the reasons I'm not traveling right off, because I want to take the money that I am making right now and put it into the van. I want to get my portable solar system. I want to get my refrigerator. I want to get my porta potty. I want to get all of those things in place and make sure that I have everything I need in this van, that I don't have to count on anyone should I hit the road. Right now, starting out, I have Adventure Boy that I'm counting on. I can plug in and I can do all the things that I need to do. But what happens when I leave this property? What happens? I have to know where to park, how much it's gonna cost, where's the safest places to be. So in the meantime, between time, while I'm getting things straight and I'm working on the van, I'm getting all of this information together so that when that time does arise and I have everything, if I want to go and travel, not only will I have the money because I don't have rent and utilities, but I will have the knowledge and all of the things I need to be on the road by myself. I'm not jumping into anything without taking the time to know what might happen. Okay, I got to have some type of plan. But I do want to go to Europe and go backpacking, and that's a whole nother level. Let's chat so that we can share some ideas again, like the way you. Well, we can chat. That's why I came on. I'm trying to be better about coming on. It's kind of weird to come on and I ain't got to cuss nobody out. I'm just saying, it's a different vibe when your clothes on. I like this. I like this right here. We can correspond all day like this. That other stuff get on my nerves real quick and I hurry up and get off. But I don't know. So tell me what you guys really think about me living out of the van for this year. What was your first thought whenever you saw that I was going to move into a van for 23? What was your first thought? How's the van? I'm loving it. I'm loving the van. I just got to get some more stuff and keep working on it a little bit at a time, but it's coming along fine. South Carolina. I'm not driving it right now because it needs to have the oil change, the plugs. I need to check the tires and all of that kind of stuff. And right now I felt that my money is best spent making sure I can live in it versus traveling in it. So we're going to make it livable first and then we'll make it drivable. But I will say this, not one time have I had a problem with her cranking up until yesterday. It was 22 degrees. It was 22 degrees here in Florida. I couldn't believe it. And I went out to crank her up and I flooded her. Because when I first tried to crank her, she started, but I forgot to give it gas, so it went off. And then I started pumping, and then I flooded it and it wouldn't start. But then I waited until about 10 o'clock and she started right up. So I'm gonna have to say that Haven's not a morning person. She don't wanna get up until between 9 and 10. Because all of that early air, she wasn't having that shit. She was not going to start. She was like, no, ma'am, it's too cold. Go back to bed. But she started right up. I didn't have to get a jump. I didn't have to sit in primer or anything like that. I just waited a little while, went back out there when it was a little warmer in the day, and boom, 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 she started up. And here was my thought. There may be some days if I go somewhere where it's cold and she doesn't want to start, and I'm going to have to say to myself, well, I don't really have anywhere to go that I got to rush to go. And I'm going to sit back down and watch a movie and give her the 2 hours more of sleep that she needs. And then we're going to get on up and go down the road because we ain't in no hurry. We ain't got no rent and utilities, so we ain't got to run around in that wheel no more. Because that's how I felt when I was paying bills. I mean, I'm like a rat in a wheel, just running. Ain't going no damn where because the bills ain't never going to leave. But they gone now. They gone now. We're going to see how this look because y'all might not know it, but I'm willing to live in a damn box if I ain't got to pay no damn rent and utilities. If it holds the damn air out, keeps all the sun out when it's supposed to be out, I would move there right now just because I don't want to work. I'm making a sound decision to do this because I am tired of working. And I'm tired of paying bills and not seeing any of the money that I work for. I want my money to be my money, at least for 1 year in my life. And that's how come we gonna go live in the van. I'm gonna sponsor a mechanic part of it. What mechanic? I don't really even know. That's cool. Thank you. I don't know what it needs. I think that the motor, just from listening to my uncle and checking the stuff he told me to check, the motor's really sound. It's a V8. And I'm telling you, it sounds so good when I crank her up. I mean, she's really quiet. Now, you know, not so much when we drive because everything is not screwed down like it should be. Because I found out that when I got in there and started cleaning and all the screws and stuff started falling out of ashtrays and stuff. And I had to put all the panels and stuff back. So I'm hoping when I put down the floor and I bump everything up and I screw everything down, it'll stop some of that squeaking on the inside because that's nerve-wracking. But I know I need to get the oil changed. I know my uncle told me to make sure I got all the plugs changed out of it. I need to check the tires and make sure those are good, check the balance, check the power steering, and what else did he tell me? What is it when you, the balancing? I don't know, y'all. I don't know nothing about no damn car. Somebody need to come look at it. I just bought it because it crunk. That's the truth. I bought it because it crunk right up. I ain't have to sit there and do nothing to it. I put the key in, I turned it, it cranked. I said, that's a good car, let's take it. It's really great. It is going to be so fun, I promise. There are so many great places to see. AKL membership is worthwhile. I went and checked them out before I decided to get the van, and I thought the prices were outrageous for people sleeping in their tents. It's like, dude, this is primitive camping. You're making me pay you to sleep in my own shit on the ground. I can do that somewhere else and not pay nothing. I'm not studying the pool and the bench and all that stuff y'all got. I was not impressed with the KOA. I wasn't. So I OUT and left. Maybe when I'm rich enough to have an RV and travel around, I'll check them out again. But right now, I like roughing it. I really just can't wait to get somewhere and be able to take out my tent and pop it up beside my van and be far enough out of the city that nobody messes with me for a few days. And I can just sit out there and eat my bologna sandwiches and chips and drink on my peach knee-high and nobody bother me. Because I got internet even out in the country. I use my hotspot and I get my butt and I turn that TV on and I am fine. I'm fine. And I have myself a good time. I have my little notebooks. I sit there and play on TikTok. Y'all might see me climbing a damn tree on one of these damn things. But I'm excited. I am. I don't know why I'm so excited to live in this van, but I am truly, truly, truly excited for this experience this year and learning how to do all these things to fix this van. Truck stops. You have to have a pass for truck stops to use those. The everyday person is not supposed to be using the truck stops. Yeah, I've been checking out a whole bunch of different ways to do it. What I decided was I'm going to do my Planet Fitness membership like I did when I had my apartment for when it is too cold. I can go there and work out, take my shower and things like that. But I found a place online where you can get a portable shower for your 15 passenger. It's like a 5-gallon bag that has a handle on it, and it has like the hose with the spout for the shower head, and you hang it on a tree, and then it has this pop-up shower that you pop up, and you stand in it with the little hose, and you take your shower. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to have a place that is directly linked to my van with the little hook to hook my bag on so I can pop up right near the van versus going out to where the trees and stuff are. And I'm going to take my showers like that. And then when it's cold, I'll just go somewhere to take a shower. And then another thing too is I have the 1-burner, and I could take the 1-burner because the plastic on those bags seem very thick. And I could really put half that water in there and take me a pot and warm me some water and pour it over in there and take me a hot shower right there at the van using that bag. So that's probably what I'm going to do. And yet again, I'm going to say, time is not an issue when you don't have rent and utilities. I won't be rushing to go to work at a certain time and things like that because it won't be like that. My whole anxiety is having things due. I hate red bills. And when you are living paycheck to paycheck, which most of us are, okay, that can be very stressful when you got to wake it to the end of the week to have all of your money. And then by the time you get all your money, something else has caused you to dip into that. And now you don't have that money again when you done worked all week to have this damn money. Most people don't have savings. And I'm coming from this at a backwards angle, but I'm able to say that here in 3 months, I'll have a good $5,000 sitting in my bank account, and I'm not changing anything about the way that I'm living except for where I'm living. Can you say the same thing about your apartment and the job that you have? So when people are looking at me crazy and they're asking themselves why, and they're saying she's crazy, she's this, that, and she's third, I just say to them, now let's wait till June and match bank accounts and see who's the dummy. Because you can sit there and change a whole bunch of things about your life and what you're doing, but your bills are going to stay the same, and they're going to continue to take that same amount of money out of your account every month until you pay it off. So when people come at me and they're like, oh, you need a house and this, that, and the third, can you hold the title to your house in your hand when you say that? Because I can hold the title to this van in my hand that says I don't owe any money. So when you're saying I bought a house, that's not your house. You are paying for that house. And as long as you're paying for that house, you got to keep that job. And when you lose that job, guess what else you're going to lose? I don't have those problems living in my van. I'm just saying. So I don't have that same mindset. So come at me the right way. Come correct. Because I'm thinking about all of it. And I'm wondering what's wrong with you. Why you thinking the way you thinking? Because you still paying rent and utilities. Ladies, this woman is prime example that you can be all natural and beautiful. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. And I'm going in the backwards. I have no money saved up. Every day, my only focus has been for the last year to make $100 in that 24-hour period so I can have $700 a week. I've been talking about this since I got to Florida. I came out here to live in a tent. Why is everyone so shocked that I'm living in a van? I was going to sleep outside. The van is better. The van is better than the extended stay. The van is better than going and renting a room. All better because I will buy the van, and then once it's paid for, you don't have to pay anymore. So when I paid this $1,300 for this van, that was it for the rest of the year. This van doesn't have to run. It don't have to do shit. It just has to be available for me to sleep in. My car runs and can take me everywhere I need to go. So there lies the difference in people who are doing van life who only have their van, and I am doing van life. I'm living in a van. I am not going to be traveling until I get everything together. Right now it's just my house. So I don't have to pay rent and utilities. That's it. That's all it is. And when I get the inside fixed the way I want, then we'll go backtrack and I'll get the motor. And I plan to do my first trip in June. I'm going to take it out to Jenny Springs. I'll still be right here in Florida in case something happens. So I have the people who have been assisting me thus far that can come and get my black ass off the side of the road. I don't want to get too far from Florida before I drive this van around a few times. It's not getting tagged. It's not getting insured. It's just going to sit and be a house for me. That's it. That is it. I am taking it to the beach for the new year, though, because I want to wake up and start my year at the beach, like I stated. So I will be going out to the beach on New Year's Eve, spending the night in the van, waking up the next day and watching the sunrise. And then once that is done, I'll come home and it'll be parked right back on the property until the next time when it has tax. You know, I'm still within my 30 days. And as long as I keep that bill of sale with me and that title, I shouldn't have very many issues with the van. As long as I'm not gallivanting all around town and doing ignorant shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm going from here to the beach, stop. From the beach to the house, stop. Okay? Taking a chance, yes. But being stupid, no. because it's still stupid to be driving around with no tags and insurance. I'm not going to say it's not, but I'm going to do it anyway. I don't want to tag it and insure it just to go to the beach, just for the one time. Nah, I didn't want to do that. But that's what I'm doing, and that's why. I don't know. I just want to. I want to live in a van. I want to see how it feels. I'm still in Jacksonville. I am. Loving every day. I can't wait for the summer to roll around. I'm loving the fact that people are catching on to this. Like, some of my followers have come back, and I even have them screenshotting different things that they're seeing other people who have bought on their van life travels. I have this one guy down in South Carolina that I'm talking to almost on a regular basis. He's living out of his trailer, so he's ahead of me. So he's already doing some things and bought up his solar panel system and all of that. Those are great people to connect with for me, because I'm in the business of, I gotta buy these things here pretty quick, and I wanna make sure I don't pay more than I have to, and I wanna get the best product that I can, and I won't know because I've never done this. So I'm relying on people who are either doing it now or have done it before. I love your post. I hope you love my city. What city are you in, Larry? Are you in Jacksonville too? I love Jacksonville. I have been having a great time here. I don't know, y'all. I must have got into something today, because I got this itchy spot on my arm, and there's like little bumps right there. I don't know. Okay, you're in Jacksonville. Good deal. But I can't do anything else on the van because I just caked that stuff over the top of the floor of the van to get. I can't do anything else on the van because I just caked that stuff over the top of the floor of the van to get rid of all that rust. And I need to give it all the way till tomorrow to get really dry and set. And then we'll go back out and we'll do some more work on it. But my intent down on the floor just for the one night that we're going out to the beach. We're taking the grill and everything. I want to make an experience of this. I want everything. I want everything to be out there, so I can show how great it can be to be living in a van and be able to move about the way that you want to and park where you want to and see the things that you want to. I see these ladies on the YouTube all the time with their van lives, and they're pulling up in Arizona. They're looking at the fall and the winter and the spring and this, that, and the third. And I was like, how awesome would that be to be parked out in the middle of a damn natural forest, wake up with deer running across. I would be in heaven. I don't know about anybody else, but I would be in heaven. So I can't wait for experiences like that. But I did say, if I'm trying to get $20,000 for no reason, so if June rolls around, I should be halfway there, and I got $10,000, and I'm liking what's going on with the van life. I may take that $10,000 and go buy a travel van, and then at the end of the year, when I gather that other $10,000, that can be my first $10,000 to hit the road and start traveling the country. Who knows what I'm going to do? Because I don't have anything holding me back. The kids are all grown up. I can see them now better now than I could before, because I ain't got to worry about getting motel fees and paying for airplane tickets and stuff. I can just burn out and drive in my house and go sit in their yards. This really does put me in a better living situation than most of you guys really seem to realize. I'm mobile. I'm making money now instead of just spending it out on someone else's legacies and dreams. Every dime is mine. It don't get no better than that. I got a car note, insurance, credit card, and phone. That's it. That's it. The rest of it goes into the bank account to attain this $20,000 and phone. That's it. That's it. The rest of it goes into the bank account to attain this $20,000. And should I be able to do the $3,500 a month, like I said, I can pay off my car and still save $20,000 because I don't have rent and utilities. So please, before y'all think I'm crazy, check the facts. Check the facts. I'm paying. I watched you and you did a great job. Thank you, because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. But it got done. I didn't know, but it got done. And I'm looking forward to the many other things that I get to learn to do while I'm doing this experience. This is truly a journey. And I don't know if you guys were at my last live, but I'm lost in life. Okay, I was a stay-at-home mom my whole life. I don't know what I like. I don't know what I like to do. I barely know what I like to eat. Everything I did was based on what the kids was doing and my ex-husband was doing. And now it's all about what I want to do. And that is a great feeling. I'm sorry if I get a little wild sometimes. I ain't got nobody to tell me I can't. So I do. And it's fun. I'm sorry. I can't get in trouble if I ain't got nobody looking after me. Do what you want to do. And I'm definitely enjoying it. Everyone's not willing to do it. You know what? They would be better off doing it before they were forced to do it. It's better to have a plan and know what you're doing and do things purposefully than to be forced to do them any day. There are so many people who are living check to check, not realizing that one day if that check doesn't come, you lose everything. It's better to have a plan. And one of the things that I was thinking about was doing this whole journey is putting it in the atmosphere, different things that you could do, whether you're living in a van or not. There may be other things that I end up doing or have to do, or ways that I do things that may be beneficial in your situations that you're in. So I'm just going to put it all out there and continue to be cautious, living life out loud, and allow my life to be a tutorial for someone else, because I never know what things I'm doing that may be able to help someone else. So I just put it all out there. I ain't got no secrets. For what? Secrets for what? I ain't no secret. I'm just out here living like everybody else. And a lot of people don't get that part. I ain't never scared. Now that's something right there. I ain't never scared. I do everything at least once, and if I like it, you might get me twice. I am not ever scared. That's not in my vocabulary. Scared people don't make money. I'm sorry. Scared? No, I'm going to try to get the bag the best way possible. When people say that something can't be done, if I can sit down and think about it and I can see where I can make it happen, I start working towards that. Do you like white guys? I do, if they actually are worth liking. Because if I was single, I would live in my 18-wheeler and save money. True, there are a lot of people, a lot of guys that are living in their 18-wheelers and they call that their van life, but because they're truck drivers, it's not frowned upon. Okay, it's the same difference if you're living in a bus or a car or whatever. You still living in a moving vehicle. That's not a house. So I'm not ashamed of what I'm doing, if that's what y'all are insinuating, because I don't give a damn. I'm sorry, I don't. Ain't nobody paying no bills for me. Nobody is taking care of me. I don't lay down with anybody at night, wake up with folks in the morning telling me what to do, when to do, how to do. I just do what I want to do. Right, it's the same. It is. But I wasn't going to stay on long, because I just wanted to jump on here. I was hoping that some of the people that had questions would ask the questions while I'm on live versus me trying to do videos while I try to figure out how I'm going to do all this broadcasting. But this light, oh my God, this light my mom got me for Christmas. How I'm going to do all this broadcasting. But this light, oh my God, this light my mom got me for Christmas is like the bomb, y'all. This is my new lamp for the van. And I plan to use it often and have me a little shade that I drop over it like they did on Lost in Powers. Yep, sure is. It's going to be the van, despite who shagged you. We're going to shag in the van. You wish you could do it? Do it. There's nothing to it. I saw this girl living in her car, and it was cute how she changed everything around each day. Here's my thing, though. I don't want to move stuff every day. There's so many reasons I decided to go with the van and not do it out of my car. I thought to do it out of my car and put all my stuff in storage. That's what I was going to do the first couple of months to come up on the couple of $1,000s. And I was like, man, I just don't want to live in the car. I want space. I want stuff to stay where it is. I want the bed to stay right where it is. I want the TV to stay right where it is. I don't want to have to take this stuff out every day and move it around. I know I won't like van life if I have to do that. That's like work. I don't do that every day. I'm lazy. I'm real lazy. I don't want to do that. But y'all have a good night. I'm going to get off of here so I can go to bed. I have to get up early. 5-gallon bucket, camping toilet seat, trash bag, and kitty litter make a great toilet. I saw that on YouTube. I talked about that earlier today on my live. They did a box and put the bucket in there and they was sitting on it. I was like, no, that's cute. But no, because I don't want to empty the bucket. I'm not trying to take my shit out of no bag like a dog either. So I was like, no, I'm going to do this one where it's a porta potty and it actually flushes and goes to a lower container, and then you take that container, you run a hose in it, and all your little feces and stuff goes out this little hose that you can drop off into a ditch. And we're going to go that route because I am not trying to deal with all of that. No, thank you. I'm not doing it. I just decided that's not for me. I laughed so hard when I saw that. I said, oh, that's cute. It reminds me of the outhouses we used to use when I was a kid, when they didn't have bathrooms in the house. Y'all don't remember that. See, I got some years on some of y'all. I got some years on some of y'all. I had seen another video where the girl had a pitcher, like a drinking pitcher, and she was pissing in the pitcher. And that's how she went to the bathroom overnight. And then another girl, she took a bag, like a doggy bag, and a damn shovel out in the woods. And when she had to poop, she dug a hole and shit in the hole and covered it up. And I said, now, guys, y'all got too much going on just to use the bathroom. But they're all good ideas just to use the bathroom. But they're all good ideas just in case I got to use one. But I died laughing at some of the stuff that people do. It was so funny to me. I learned something new every day about this van life stuff that just gives me the chuckles. There are some greater ways to make your bed frame. And if I wasn't trying to keep these shelves, oh my God. The one that I like the most is, y'all know those shelves, those Rubbermaid shelves. They're usually like 3 or 4 tier. And they come apart with the poles and everything. And then they have the platform. Okay, well, they were taking those about 2 or 3 high. They would take 2 levels, and they broke the shelves down, and they put them down, and they put the dang wood on top of that. And then because those bottoms were big enough for storage, they got plastic storage bins, put their stuff in them, and slid it under the bed. And she had a rope tied to them, so if she needed a container that was in the back, she could stand at the back of the van, grab the rope, and pull the containers and sit them out on the ground and get to the container she wanted. I said, now that's some good shit. Now, if I end up getting rid of my shelves, I'm going to think of that. One of the other things they got me thinking about is, everyone keeps saying that my shelves are too high. I like them that way because I can take another container and put like my dishes or silverware, cups and things like that, and slide them in under the shelf so that my shelf can be actually used for the food and the dishes can be underneath. If I cut the legs off the shelf, I lose storage space. It may put the bed down lower, but I lose storage space. And when you're using the bed, you're just going to sleep. You ain't supposed to be up there moving all around and shit. You don't need all that space. I need more space on the floor where I'm storing things than I do in my sleeping area. And that's the sacrifice that I was willing to give by making everything higher. Because I was essentially trying to figure out how to have a clothes bar in there so I can actually still hang up my clothes within the underneath of the bed. I'm still trying to figure that one out. I ain't figured it out yet, but I'm telling you, there's some kind of way I can make me a closet in this van, and I'm gonna figure it out. Today I saw a dresser sitting on the side of the road, and it gave me a great idea. It was one of the big main dressers that usually would have the mirror and the drawers were pulled out of it. And as I was driving by, I glanced over at it and I thought to myself, that would make an awesome portable closet. I would just take my saw, cut out all the slats in the middle and leave the whole of the dresser, string a bar across the top, stick it in the back of the van and put my clothes in it. Use the top of it for my stove and my microwave and all of that. It's still possible. I've been and went up there and bought me a damn, another thing I came up with is, if I had one and I only took part of it off and then I glued it so that I had a piece of wood separating it so I can keep the drawers on one side of it, like those little toddler closets you see them make with those cubes, something like that. But I needed it to be sturdier. That's why I came up with the dresser idea. But put a piece of wood there to block it from the drawers. Now you got your sock and underwear and bra drawer. And then where you have the wood, you pop up a bar on the other side and you have where you have your dresses and things hanging, because your pants and your shirts can be in drawers beneath the bed. But your dresses and slacks and things like that that you don't really necessarily want to be stuffed in a drawer, you can have a few of those hanging in the back if you take a shell of a dresser and make it into a closet. I'm thinking about it. I don't know if it's gonna work, so that's why I want to pick one up on the side of the road first and play with it, and then if it works, if it works, I'll go buy one. So I'm thinking on that. What, Skipper? What do you want? Y'all go play. Move. But let me get off of here. It's 7:20. I said I was gonna get off 20 minutes ago. Let me get off of here. I got so many ideas. I can keep talking to y'all all night because every time I sit and look at a YouTube video, I come up with a new idea. But I think that the ideas will flow more smoothly and be more beneficial after I move into the van, because then I'm there every day. I'm in the space. I have to move about in there, and that's when I'll get my biggest epiphanies. I'm gonna get in there and be like, look, I do not like that this is way over there. I do not like that I gotta move this. I do not like that I keep hitting my toe on that. That's when I will get the full scope of how I want my van to be set up when I'm actually in it. No, I'm not going to an RV park. Currently using a friend's address. And then once I get things situated, I will figure out where I'm going to go. But you don't have to take a 15-passenger or a cargo to a park. You can go to Walmart, Targets, and things like that. But my idea is I don't want to keep moving my van daily. I would like to find places where I can park and stay. So I'm more relying on friends, or if I can find someone like a church that will allow me to park within the property. A friend of mine said that he knew a couple of mechanics that will let you pull up that have the little mom and pop car property. A friend of mine said that he knew a couple of mechanics that will let you pull up that have the little mom and pop car dealerships. They'll let you pull up because they like having someone on site so they can know what's going on at their property and stuff. There's just a lot of different things that I've heard that may work for me. But I don't want to be one of the ones that has to move every day and doing the Walmart. I don't feel like doing all that. Unless I'm traveling, I won't be doing that. My goal is to make sure I'm able to stay somewhere so I don't have to move the van all the time. And then once I do start moving it, I mean, there's several things I still have to get. I got to get a trailer so I can pull my car with the van. I mean, there's things I need before I can travel. So I got a ways to go before that. But you guys have a good night. I'm going to go ahead and get off. And it was a blessing to talk to you guys. I hope you come back again. But we will see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget to do your 100. Don't forget to do your 100. I dress like this. So during the day, whenever I have time, I just sit down on the floor and I'm already kind of like, all my clothes are stretchy. So I drop down on the floor and do mine whenever, however. But I get my 100 every day, and I'm encouraging you guys to make sure you got 5 more days. 5 more days. Stay with it. Stay with it. Bye. Good night.